heavy impact right there by the KUZZ sign.
There is the black flag for the 70. He will be asked to leave the racing service. That's going to put Mayo up the number 4 spot.
Now, what does that do for stuff if they take 5 cars from this? Who would be considered the 5th car? Would it be Dylan Potter?
I am not sure how they will do the timing and scoring on this, as now we have 4 cars left on the track. That will transfer to the A main. We'll see who they do for the 5th and final transfer to the B.
I don't know what this would happen. There's 4 running cars. They black flagged McKinley. Does that gives Potter the 5th spot, so technically he would transfer into the A.
If he can get the car back on the track.
He doesn't have to get it on the track. He's the 5th car that finishes the race.
I'm talking about for the feature.
Well,
that's a lot of damage to that race car right there.
Even if he doesn't make the feature, he gets paid for making that feature.
Well, we'll find out if he can get into the show. I think you got to take the green flag to get paid. That's typically how it goes down.
That's going to be interesting to see.
That is the weirdest thing. It's got to be yours. Do you have a radio on you? Nothing. Is anybody here with a radio? Dave? Does he have one?
The guy just came down and grabbed the radio, the TV guy.
That's what it is. It's coming across the air.
Wireless that he just grabbed it, take it up.
Will you let them know it's coming across the air?
All right, they're getting everything figured. There's the checkered flag that has been flown.
So we're gonna checker this one. Tina Pound's gonna pick up the win. She's gonna find herself in the show racing for the money here at the Budweiser Nationals, Mike.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how they figure out the rest of it, though.
Well, good luck with that. Rolling onto the track right now, we're going with our IMCA A mods.
We're going from B mods to A mods.
Mike, we're going to get you to take us through the lineup here. As we get these cars set up onto the racetrack, we'll go through the lineup, let everybody know who's starting where.
Row number 1, it's going to be the C9 from Oregon. That's Colin Weinbarger, Superman up there. And on the outside, his arch nemesis, the outlaw, Ricky Childress Jr.
Inside, row number 2, driving the number 38T from Santa Maria, California, one of the young guns in the one of the rising stars in this division. That is Dylan Thornton. To his outside in the 07 DEX, that is Troy Morris, the 3rd, out of Bakersfield, California.
Row 3's got Sean Nathan Selt from Nevada, and on his outside, Colin Hibden, also from Nevada.
And on the inside of row number 4, driving the 51B, that is Brian Clark. To his outside of Brian Clark in row number 4. That's the 37 of Ray Trimble from Auburn, California.
Then we've got row number 5 of Aaron Rodart from Ventura, and on the outside, Randy Schaefer from Vacaville in the 22.
Row 6 looks like this. Driving the number 12 out of Hoquiam, Washington. That is Zach Simpson. To his outside, Ryan Lauer in the number 3 from Santa Maria, California.
Ryan Lauer in that 3 Alpine Refrigeration sponsored machine yesterday was able to make the A feature. Today, it's been all downhill so far. Hopefully he can battle back in this feature.
Well, you want to talk about luck. Colin Weinbarger, Superman, finds himself on the inside of row 1 out of turn 4, looking for the green flag. No go, Joe. Not going to happen this time around.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to say that one, if it was Colin jumping the gun or the outlaw playing a little joke and staying back on him.
A little gamesmanship out there.
Yeah, those
couple of rows.
You know, they've got to have a little bit of fun out there. And then you got Tumbleweed in the 38T, Dylan Thornton. He's back there in that brand new Rap Salty's barbecue machine. He's waiting to jump on something too.
You watch that young man. He's got a great starting spot there on the inside of the second row. But when you got those 2 guys in the front row ahead of you, you've got your work cut out for a win. Right now, it's all about racing your way into the show, not about winning this one.
Right. That's the thing that I didn't understand that last race. There's 6 cars left. You're battling for 4th, and you're in 5th spot. Stay up with them, just run, put some laps, and separate from the rest of the field.
Get into the show.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're going to try it one more time out of turn number 4. Weinbarger and Childress bringing us to the front row. Good job of driving.
Going to the high side. Weinbarger committed to that bottom. He's bringing a Tumbleweed with him in Dylan Thornton. But Ricky Childress on the motor through
Keep
3
your
and
eyes
4.
on that 24. He is a master here, but Weinbarger will lead lap number 1. Thornton going to run second, Childress third. Good job of driving up front. Everybody getting around lap number 1. Here comes Thornton on the bottom. Check him out down in the low groove.
Dylan Thornton was really fast through 3 and 4. Let's see if he can keep it down there and put some space between him and the 24 of Ricky Childress, and he does.
Right now, Childress starting to fade back a little bit as the number 1 goes to work on him. Sean Nadenstedt looking very good as he slides by for the number 3 spot.
It's looking like Childress is trying to find the car. He was up high, didn't work. Went down a little bit lower, didn't work. So now he's going to the gutter to try to see if it'll stick down there.
Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. You want to talk about the man on the move. Keep your eyes on the 48K. He has been fast all weekend long. He's the only guy in the top 5 or 6 using that upper groove, and he is dialed, and he's coming quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's coming like somebody just rang the dinner bell, and if you're not there, you don't eat.
Right now, he's right there on that transfer bubble. He's trying to race his way into the show as he gets by the 51 of Brian Clark. That puts him into the show right now if he can keep it right there, Mike, but he's got his hands full. He's got 2 very fast cars right there with him.
Yeah, if he can get past that number 1, give him a little space. That's the one thing you want to do, get space from those that are fighting for the transfer spot to be comfortably in.
Back going up towards the front, you've got Thornton all over the backside of Colin Weinbarger. Weinbarger, your leader in the C9, driving the Reichenbach Motorsports machine, doing a great job up front, holding down that bottom line, protecting it like he lives there. This is a great race right here.
And all 3 of those kids, they're up there. You know,
I call Colin a young man.
Yeah, same thing with Ricky Childress, but still, you know, Colin still has to pay the rental fee if he's going to rent a car. So I call him a kid.
Okay, I got you on that one. Very good, very good. 7 laps down. This is only a 12-lap race, 5 to go. Top 5 right now at the stripe are Weinbarger, Thornton, Childress. Then you've got the 1 of Nadenstedt and the 48K of Colin
Hibden.
Colin Hibden in the
Nevada.
show. Those are your top 5 in the show right now.
He was fast earlier, had a little mistake, and got dropped back. But that's all it takes here at the Bud Nationals is that one little mistake.
It's a twitch.
Yeah. And you can go from 1st to 6th.
That's right.
So you go from starting 15th to starting the trailer.
Going home. That's right. Absolutely. There's 2 laps to go. Weinbarger is still setting the pace. Dylan Thornton still hanging with him right there. I want to see what this kid can do in the future. We know he's going to get into the show, but he is all over the backside of the C9 right now.
Racing real smart, not doing anything to jeopardize him getting into the show. Doesn't pay any different to start behind him. It pays to finish in front of him in the A feature.
There's the white flag. One more quick trip around Bakersfield Speedway. Weinbarger now opening up a big gap between him and Thornton. Thornton running second with Childress all over the backside. The 2 smartest drivers on the track, the way they've ran, have been Nadenstedt and Hibden. Colin Weinbarger picks up the win. Thornton for second. Childress. Then it's going to be Nadenstedt in the 1. Hibden for 5th. Clark. 3 of Lauer. Then it's the 07 of Morris. The 12 of Simpson, the 22 of Clark Guglielmani, and the 20 of Aaron Rodarte. Good run for Colin Weinbarger. Only the second night in that car.
Yeah, it was a great run for him. Only the second night for Dylan Thornton in that car.
That's right. They both, Colin got into the ride last night for the first time. Got here about 20 minutes before the show started. Jumped in. Thornton debuting a new car at the Budweiser Nationals. Bold move, and he is looking good.
And today he had Clay Daly, the manufacturer of that Twisted Evo, with him over at Terry Henry Race Prep, buying parts like a laundry list, fixing brakes, fixing spindles, little bit of everything there that twisted car needed to get fast. And now obviously they have definitely got something going in that machine.
Well, it is showtime again. Look at this. In the B feature, trying to race his way in. Mike, take a look at that.
I know who that is, and it's shocking to say the least. And when I'm looking at it, he's not even, he's starting quite a bit back in this one too.
Got his work cut out, Bobby Hogue.
Row number 1 right now, we've got the 28 of Trevor Fitz from Camarillo on the outside, the 44 RX of Shane DeVolder from Pacifica. Row number 2's got the 28X of Darrell Hughes, and on his outside, the 02 of Cody Schulp from Canada. Then row number 3's got Dave Cerrone from Sparks, Nevada, in the S25, and the 11XX, the Sandman, Rob Sanders. Then we've got row number 4, Devin Reed from Woodland, Washington, in the 58, and the 07X of Troy Morris Jr. The 5 of in the row number 5, the 22D of Ryan Daves from Bakersfield, and the man, the Shark, Bobby Hogue the fourth in the number 2 machine. Row number 6 has got Michael Thing in the 38 and the 96A of Joe Duvall. Holy cow.
Okay, here we go. Looking for a green flag. Are we going to find it out of turn 4? We do. We're going racing. Here we go. Setting the stage for the A main event.
Well, it's night number 2, and my seat is sitting against the wall. I'm standing up for this, and everybody here should be too, because we are racing B feature style.
Somebody we didn't see last night, Darrell Hughes, now sits in the number 2 spot trying to race. Trouble in turns 3 and 4. That is Shane DeVoe. No, that is the 25 machine. Dave Sharoni in the S25 getting turned around down there. See if we can get it rolling with no caution. Caution is out.
Yeah, Scaroni went around a little bit. And one and done, and that's what we calling the end of the night for him.
Bad break for Scaroni.
So right now we're going to get everybody kind of shook loose and fixed back up. We'll get the lineup ready to go, and we'll get back to racing as we got one lap in the books here.
1 down, 11 to go.
But it was very, very eventful one lap. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, you guys want to see some of these guys that don't race here and want to read about them, go ahead and take a look at Speedway Illustrated. Get yourself your 1-year subscription for just $10.
Now, normally that's $19.95. You do the auto pay, it's $14.95. You can get a subscription tonight for $10
and a T-shirt.
And a T-shirt with the promo. You cannot beat that. You want the most innovative racing production out there. You want to read about race car setup, how to make your race car better, your racing program better. You want to be entertained. You want to read about drivers in the sport. You want to read about racetracks around the country. Speedway Illustrated is the only publication I subscribe to, and I'm telling you right now, I've been reading that magazine for years.
I've got my receipt in my back pocket because I renewed for 2020.
All right.
But
so we're
yeah,
one lap down, Mike. 1 lap down. We had enough action on that first lap to last us probably 2 or 3 B main events, and we're going to line them up and do it again.
Bobby Hogue, man's getting a little bit older, getting a few gray hairs there. I know he got 1 or 2 more just now as those cars were spinning in front of him.
Well, he is sitting in the number 7 spot. He's got his work cut out. He's got to advance 2 full positions to get into the show. He knows that. Don't think you're going to see Bobby run through the field and try to race for the win. The win right now doesn't matter. Getting into the big show
the win
to
for
race for the
him
money.
is number 5.
Yes.
Get to position number
Yes.
5. That's your race win right now. Something you need to do. You get there. That's, those ladder steps. You got to get to that next step. And that's what he's looking at doing. And his crew knows as well. They're up there telling him, hey, 2 spots to go, 1 spot to go. Letting him know what he knows. He doesn't care how, Trevor Fitz is doing in the first spot. He's worrying about Rob Sanders right now.
Well,
and worrying about Troy Morris Jr.
I'll tell you right now, we were talking with him earlier in the racing before we went racing. He was underneath the car by himself, very frustrated with that machine, trying to make some changes. We didn't get a whole lot of time to talk because he was really focused on what he was doing. We'll see if he went the right way with the changes to get that number 2H into the show and up front for another Budweiser Nationals guitar. We're going green out of turn 4. Looking him over. Here we go.
Trevor Fitz going into 1, going to the bottom in a hurry, and it's follow the leader into turn 1 and 2.
This right here is the frustrating part. We're seeing that bottom of the racetrack come in. Everybody's single file. If you're 6th on back, you've really got to be concerned what's going on. And now Bobby Hogue getting by Morris. He moves into the number 6 spot. He's 1 position out from getting into the big one.
Troy Morris Jr. slides up through 3 and 4, and Bobby Hogue gets right in there, makes the move up to the 6th spot. It's going to be interesting with this track as everybody starts to hug the bottom. It's going to heat up. What's not going to heat up? The high side, and who knows that better than anybody? Bobby Hogue.
Bobby Hogue, and he's upstairs trying to make something happen. Look at him work that right through the slick, going to bump that right rear tire on the cushion. He may give up that 6th spot again, and he will to the 22.
But as he gives that up, he puts that in his back pocket for lap number 11, lap number 12. He knows where he'll need to be.
Surprised to see Hogue step it out there and try the high side. He gives up that spot that he worked so hard to earn.
He worked hard for it, but I guarantee he's going to work just as hard to get it back.
Here we go out of turn 2. Hogue now back at the number 6 spot, 1 spot out of the transfer as he gets by Ryan Daves. Going to try to set his sights on the 11 of Sanders.
Yeah, this is probably